Hello, good morning. It's very nice to meet you again. And today I want to talking many things because yesterday I don't make any video, so it kind of shame of me because it's very hard to maintain consistency to speaking the language, speaking English, so I can learn the skill more better. But it's okay. I mean, even though yesterday I don't make any video, but today I try to make it video so to share about daily life and about what interested me primarily. And then today I want to start. I start a new course in El Pas. I took grammar program for speaking, but I don't things that I want to take this program. I want to take another program, translation. It's great program, to learn translate from English into Indonesian because it kind of one of my dream to become a translator. So I decided that I want to take this. I want to take this course, translation program, and there is another reason why I want to take this course because translator the program held around 1 month, and the grammar speaking only held around 4 nights, is around 2 weeks. So I think I want to take a 1 month program, but even though it's more costly, a little bit expensive, but it doesn't matter, I guess, because I can learn many things from this program. So I decided to I want to pay more so I can learn translator better. And then as I said, there are many things happens in my 2 days, kind of a very nice thing mostly. First, that I very happy to inform you that my memoir is very short story about my memoir when I still a farmer in the village where last year when I was a farmer in the village in border between Indonesia and Malaysia. There was I come from. So I write this story about what happened in my village, that there's kind of abandoned village. If you are from Japan, from rural Japan, probably you are very familiar with this. But abandoned village not only happened in Japan, which the country, the population was declined, but this also happened around the world where the population less interesting to live in the village because you don't have many facility there and life become uneasier, and there's no much opportunity and a job there, so you just move into the urban area to the city. And also what happened in my village, and also I guess it happened around the world, whether in Japan or I hear the story from Italy and also United States itself, and also from another regions like Korean or um, for many places that then have many opportunity like a village. So people tend to leave this place to live, and also it happen many places in Irish, in Ireland. So it's kind of common. And also I heard documentary. I watched documentary about Faroe Island, that many young people don't want to live in the island anymore. They just want to move into Copenhagen. It is a big city in Denmark. And I think it's kind of because we can't sustain life properly anymore in the village because in this technology era, become a distant farmer in the village is can't sustain your life anymore. So you just want to move to another place that provide you many opportunity and job, like a city, obviously. And this is, I think, make the village my own village in the very remote area in the islands become abandoned by the people there. And yeah, I made this story about the village and I submitted it to one publisher. It's independent publisher. I love independent publisher because their small work environments make them become more progressive, and they can just do anything they want. They can publish the story that interesting them without concern more about money. Most of them have idea that money is important, profit is important for the company, for this small company, but they more idealistic insight, idealistic mind, so make it become interesting if you have a word to publish in independent publisher. Then yeah, I submit there because they are competition, and then I become number three, winner. What you say? If you have a medal, probably a bronze in athletic. So, but I guess I feel happy for opportunity because for many years it's my first time to have this opportunity to become winner, third winner in the competition like this, and my short story will be published in September if I don't mistake. Yeah, I guess it's September, and I can help myself to wait it so I can read my story, and of course another story too in this book, because my short story, my little memoir will cram is I don't think cram is good word to say, like gather all the story which submitted in the publisher, and then become a book, and then probably I want to read this book, and then I feel happy to look my story in front of the book, and that I hope that yeah, I hope that will be published soon, and I can purchase it. If you ask what I got, what the present I win from this competition, I don't accept money, but I save books, about a lot of books, and very wonderful, because it the price around 500,000 rupiah is kind of a lot of money. It's almost my month spending for food, and yeah, and then I got these books, so many books, but they don't deliver it yet. The admin say from the WhatsApp, I accept the message and said they will deliver my books, my presents next week, and I can I don't patient to wait this, and I hope that I can read the book from this publisher, and I'm very happy. And then also I got an email yesterday, an email from another publisher, an independent publisher too, and they say that they accept my submitting a novel, and it's kind of unusual, isn't it, for a publisher, especially from my experience. It's very unusual for publisher to send you message that they already accept your submission, and then they want to read it, and then they want to decide whether to accept it or reject it. Because for my experience for many years to send that kind of a story into publisher, they always you always got a message when they reject your story, and then or mostly you don't have any message at all. So you just wonder, you don't really have any idea, you don't have a clue that your story rejected or accepted. But of course, even though they don't say it, I really understand that the story could be rejected. And but the disappointing part is I don't really sure whether they read it or the editor, because um, we don't know, right? Whether they're interesting for the story, for the idea of the story, or something like that. But when you got an email, at least you know that you are being appreciated by the publisher. Your story already read by them, and you feel happy even though you reject it, because it's kind of uneasy for someone to publish a book, especially that someone don't have a good track record like me, don't have many capability or resources too. I mean, when I read a book, it's not only your book goods of the book, but it also depends on the market, and then of course, yeah, it's marketing job, so it counts your how popular you are in the public, like how many your followers in social media. I think it very depends when you to publish a book, because when you have many followers in social media, it's more easier for you to publish a book, even though you don't have any plan to read a book. And when you're very popular in a public social media, that many publisher they going to you and asking you to write a book, even though you don't have any interesting to write, you don't feel interested to write a book, but they want it because yourself can sell the book from your figures, not the thing you write. But also I think very important to thinking about it, but the great story less interesting. So the publisher also want to find a new phrase for the publisher, new phrase writer. So they find a writer who have the capability to write a story, who are consistent to become a writer, and I hope that I'm one of this person who have this capability and the consistency to to learning very many things in this in this fields, in this writing thing. And I think become a third winner, very nice step, to get my dream to publish a book, even though at this point I'm only published one book. It's independent, so I pay for the publish the book. It's the I'm of course I'm for happy for that, even though I'm only have around 25 example for this book. It doesn't so much so many, but I'm very grateful. But the thing is, I wanna publish a book with editor behind me. So when the editor decides my books, my story, so I think that I can become a decent writer with this, because because it make you struggle more, it's more challenging, and then you become believe that your story is a great, for a reader that are out there. So this is what I want to publish a book that come to from editor that is interesting my book, of course. And yeah, I watched several movie there a few days. What a very interesting movie I watched is Nightcrawler. Probably you heard it, right? It's Jake Gyllenhaal and Riz Ahmed's movie, and a very interesting story indeed. It's about a satire about people, public, about us. Actually, they were very eager to know about criminal thing, criminal fiction and televisions, and we know that how cruel we are, because when you got breakfast in the morning and you see the television, you ate your breakfast and you look the sense about people murder, about someone attacking, someone was killed, and about shooting and something like that, and you just eating quietly in your home, comfortable home, but what you're looking in the screen actually the horror for another person, and very creepy, isn't it, when you think it deeply. But we very interesting for this story, because I mean, why we should interesting in the story, and that's something that very crossed my mind. And then yeah, actually we don't need to look at this, for strangers with the blood and something like that. But it's happened many times. I realize it when I watch television, with the reason I don't want to watch television so much, because you realize when you come to news, there are many negative stories than a positive one, right? Yeah, there are many about criminal, about drugs dealer, about killing, and then there about kidnapping and something like that, and it's very scary story. But I think the reason news agency deliver this story, because people, us, really enjoy it, we watch it so much. So that is, I think, the Nightcrawler is satire about it, about our unreasonable reason, about our eager to know about, to watch a violence. And that's, yeah, well, probably if you not watched the movie yet, I will have a little bit clue the story that about the man, a very creepy looking man, Joe Gyllenhaal. He was great in the film. I think probably it is the greatest role he take in the films because I had watched several movies of him, and I think it is one of the best role he gets. He played very well. That he first he is an unemployed person who won't have a job, and then one day he in the street looking into the what you say a crash between car, and when he out of his car, he said that some person, that kind of reporter, takes this image of people who have a bleed and that is scary. People already died on the street, and then it turns out this one is people from this agency news sell this video their video into agency news that will share it into the public into their television channel, become a news that we consume every day. And then he take this job first as amateur, and then they become more professional, whether from equipment but and the way he doing his job. But what the scary things are, sometimes you manipulate the fact about the story so make it become interesting. So it's not about people dying anymore, but more about more about angle, more about show. You know, you have to this lightning, wonderful lightning when people died, and then you have this wonderful angel. So it's not so the story. You know the diet will be become interesting and beautiful, and that's something like that. And yeah, it's really scary, but the problem is, I guess, is we are the scare we practically a scary. We are as human practically kind of scary animals, kind of scary, what you say that I don't know in English, I forget that. But yeah, I don't know to express it in the language because it's hard for me to to choose the right words. Okay, then the another movie I watch is Idiocracy. Is about a man, average man in the USA who work as a library in army camp, I guess, or something like that. And then he become an experiments. He become an experiments for live in the like live in the stay in the tube that to transfer people to future, and that it turns out it transfer for 500 future back then, 400 future from 2006 into 2506. And then he become the most smartest man on the world at the time. And this show that we are become dumb. We are become more stupid every day. I think I don't know whether it's yeah, people can relate it because every day you bombard with this capitalist with the capitalist product. You bombard with this advertising consumerism, and about this entertain, and then and then criticize that people don't want to read many book anymore, so they become stupid. But I don't really profound the idea that you become stupid because you don't read a book. I guess when people don't have many knowledge because they don't have critical thinking, and they don't get more information, important information. I think information not only come from a book. It is of course one of them, but it's not only the tools to get information. You can get it from information from television and this like social media, newspaper, and even this discussion with people. It is, but you make some. We are become less important, less smart is when we don't criticize what things in our surrounding without thinking much about it. This is, I think, more important than getting information is thinking about information what we get, whether it's true or not. Like, about the capitalist war. We think about it, whether it's kind of normal for us to to live like this without asking philosophical question. I think it's more important for us than the something that thing like the movie. And of course, there are already more 20 minutes I made this video, and I think I better to stop it. And I want to say thank you for you too and watching me talking like this, talking on bullshit, actually more out there. But I want to say thank you very much, and I hope you have a good day, and bye.